I hope so. I don't know.
All right, we on?
Okay, we are on. It
Let's
says
rock and roll.
going. Well, we could talk about that.
Yeah, we're in a new podcast studio.
Yo!
It is very exciting. It feels great to – I was literally just saying to you before we started recording that I know that the podcast is like we will bulk film and then it's drip-fed out. However, I feel like I haven't seen you in this setting in such a long time and I'm like, let's do a catch-up episode. I'm like, everyone knows.
Everyone watching at home knows that you haven't missed an episode at all.
You're like, we saw you last week, babe. What are you talking about? So maybe not that. However, we do have something exciting that we can chat about today.
We have something super exciting to chat about.
Yeah, we are hosting a phenomenal one-day women's-only event called The Pivot.
The Pivot. It's so exciting. What does pivot mean? Do you know? I know.
Yeah, I know. I was looking this up actually in terms of in the sporting context because that's the frame that I'm most familiar with. And it's when you keep one foot planted and then you're able to spin and move and essentially assess different directions. Yeah.
So that pivot, to be able to keep the foot firmly planted, means that there's no loss. Right? So the way I remember it is in netball.
Yeah, literally.
There was a period of time where I played netball.
Pivot!
I've never watched Friends.
Some people will know what that is.
Anyway, it's pivot, right? And the ball comes to you and you're not allowed to move because I can't remember what position you are, or you may be on the line or something. I don't remember why. You're not allowed to move.
Yeah.
And you have to pivot. Mm-hmm. However, the foot that's planted actually means you don't drop the ball. Mm-hmm. Everything keeps working while you change direction.
Yep.
And then you just throw the ball in the new direction and it works.
Yeah, it's intentionality because if you think about like the messiness that happens, like if you, in that sporting analogy, it's like, okay, you catch the ball and then if you were to just throw it straight away without doing any kind of pivot and without assessing, okay, what options are available to me here, you're likely going to fuck it up and lose the pass or the other team will get it and then you'll lose the game or whatever kind of scenario that is undesirable has more chance to play out without that intentionality to like pause and essentially assess what else is available to me here.
And look at the other directions.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things is if people's lives are largely okay, they don't even look for the pivot.
Yeah, literally.
And I remember someone said to me when I was quite young, they said, the best time to leave a job is when you're excessively happy in the job.
Fuck.
And I thought, that's really weird. And it never made sense to me. And then as I became a nurse and started actually getting jobs, I realized that the jobs that I left when I hated them had me in a desperate state to find another job.
Yeah.
Had me, desperate to leave, and it all felt really uncomfortable. And the jobs that I left when I was at the peak of my career and felt great about it, the next job was easy and the whole pivot was easy. Yeah. So the thing is even if your life is going great, it's sometimes necessary to pivot.
I think it's
in fact, that's when you should.
Yeah, well, it's that opportunity, right? When we talk about this a lot from with our clients, around like how bad does it have to get, and does it have to get bad at all, and can you be constantly having that like opportunity to plug in with self and go, hang on, what's available to me here? What pivots are presenting? And then make the conscious choice around the direction that you're taking, as opposed to living life on that autopilot, Groundhog Day mentality. Even if it's great, because it could be phenomenal.
Yeah, and I think it keeps people in that visual way of assessing life as well. A lot of people get bogged down in the thinking. Lots of people get bogged down in the thinking.
Everyone.
They overthink everything. Some people get bogged down in the feeling.
Yeah.
And this keeps you looking at your options.
Yeah.
And when we're looking, we're more likely to take fast, effective action.
Yeah.
Which is really exciting. So in regard to all this, we have this event.
We do.
Called The Pivot.
Yeah. What I love about this event is that it's in person and online. So literally any woman anywhere in the world can access this. And it just makes me excited that we're able to present opportunities like this for women. Yeah. And this is one of the core things. I think there are definitely a lot of personal development events and like books, podcasts, like all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. And what I love about what we do at EAWTC is that it's like by women for women, like specifically this event. And it's just like I feel really proud. I feel really proud that we're able to put this on for women to have that opportunity to go, hang on, let me just have a bit of intentionality about my next step. Let me have a bit of intentionality about that, being able to assess where I'm at in life right now.
Yeah. I think the thing for me, you said it's by women for women.
Yeah.
And I was reading a journal article that had some statistics in it. yesterday. And one of those statistics were that when assessing billionaires, female billionaires will spend 90% of their expendable income on philanthropy. In other words, helping causes, helping other people, creating things that are better for the world.
Yep.
Male billionaires spend 90% on sport and investments. Wow. It's super interesting.
It is. I remember learning about this actually when I was in college.
Yeah.
Like I did like a health studies like unit, and it was talking about like in the context of like a third world country. Like if you go in and you help a woman who's a mother, or like she's more likely to take it to the village and share the tools and resources rather than helping the man to learn to fish. He'll keep fishing and wanting to provide and do it all like by self.
Yeah.
Whereas a woman's more likely to share the resources, and it's that concept that you say a lot of like a rising tide raises all ships.
And the thing is though, is as women in the 1900s, we started experiencing this pitting against each other, this competitive nature.
Yeah,
right?
In the bin.
Where women had to compete for the best husband.
Yeah.
Where women had to compete for their place in society. Where women had to compete for the milliner or the dressmaker for the ball of the century. And I think this has come more into people's awareness with shows like Bridgerton and things like that are there, right?
Yeah.
Women became very competitive. They had to be the talk of the town for all the right reasons and not for the wrong reasons. And then when we hit the 1960s, 70s with women's lib, then women had to compete for jobs.
Yeah.
And women had to compete financially. And so there's been 100, 120 years of competitiveness amongst women. And I want to break that down.
Yeah.
I want it to go back to where sisterhood exists, where women support women, where we get to collaborate together, where we actually get to grow each other up and support each other and cheer each other on.
Yes, I am so fucking on board with this. And I think the key thing with it, and I really want to reiterate this because, of course, we have like, it's the same company, but it feels like sister company with the women's space.
Yeah.
And I feel as though what I love about the pivot especially, and I have been contacting and speaking to a lot of women in the women's space, and it's like there's this, I love that we're hitting it from different angles because there is the women's space, which is this like beautiful, soft, nurturing, self-love, like opportunity to tap in and connect with self.
Yep.
And then what you and I are more so creating in terms of the coaching pillar of the company is that like empowered woman that takes action and gets in the success stream, creates the life with conviction that she desires. And it's this beautiful like merging of energies. And like one could say the masculine and feminine. However, I would say it's more like the light and the dark, right? And
the light and the dark feminine. Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
And so it feels really great that we're doing this event and we're giving all women the opportunity to experience sisterhood through a different frequency.
Yeah, absolutely. So this event is going to be from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. And you can come as a regular attendee or you can come as a VIP. Now, the VIPs, we start at 8 and you get direct contact with myself and Katie, and we're going to do some deep dives into where you currently are and where you want to be. Now, for everyone else joining the pivot in the regular, we're still going to deep dive into that. Just those VIPs get a little bit of extra contact, a little bit of extra magic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that like opportunity to like ask more questions because obviously the VIP, it will be a smaller group. I think one like that I really want to talk into about the pivot without giving too much away. I'm like, how much can I actually speak into here? Like one of the core things that I think is so important about like women taking time to go to events like this or experience events like this is it's so fucking easy to keep showing up for everybody in your life. And I think particularly as women, and it like we can talk about capacity, we can talk about the mental load, you can talk about all of these different reasons as to like we can go, oh, women have it harder, right? And I choose to like disregard that. Like the fact is
everyone has a choice.
Everyone has a choice and everyone has a lot on their plate. Like at this day and age, it is that go, go, go mentality, right? And so what I love about these kind of events is it's the opportunity to hit pause for a hot second and actually go, where am I right now?
And what else is available to me?
What else is available? And what is that gap? What tools and resources am I currently lacking?
Yeah.
What like mindset shift? Because when we think about pivot, like I really want to reiterate people that are listening to this, it isn't necessarily pivot your whole life. Like come here and learn how to flip your life on its head. Like
No.
It could be that tiny little 1%er. It could be, okay, I just need to pivot my attitude in my relationship at home. I need tools and resources to be able to pivot my mindset when, like, maybe you're in sport and it's like, I need to be able to pivot my mindset that if we're behind and the siren's about to go,
we can elevate.
Who am I? And how can I be the version of myself that's going to get it over the line?
It might be that it's in their career or even in their business.
Yep.
And we're catering for all women in this. So you might be someone who's really struggling and you're wanting things to get better. And equally, you might be someone who's doing really well and you want things to get a little bit better.
Yeah.
Whichever you are, the pivot is for you.
Yeah, I love it. I really think that it's a good opportunity, Liz, for us to talk about, like, less about what specifically they're going to get at the pivot and more about, I think, some common themes that women, I think, that we see women struggling with or finding a challenge with, so that the woman that's listening to this and going, is this for me? Do they get me? They can kind of sense more into that. And I think the number one thing that pops in for me is capacity.
I think capacity is something that women really, really dwell on.
Yes.
And they go, how much more do I have to do? If you give me this other thing, how much more time is it going to take me?
Yeah.
How much more energy is that going to take me? Mm-hmm. What am I going to have to sacrifice to get that? And so because of those questions, a lot of women just go, I'm not changing. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do anything different because right now I'm already exhausted. I'm already experiencing anxiety. I'm already experiencing this lack of confidence. I'm already going round and round in my head with decision fatigue, and I just want to rest.
Mm-hmm.
And so they don't look. This is about how do you do it without the big sacrifices?
Yes.
How do you do it in a way that honors and nurtures your inner child, your inner woman, your inner thoughts and feelings? Mm-hmm. How do you do it that way? And that's what the pivot's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I really feel as though, like, for the woman that we know that this event is for, like the woman that is kind of potentially, let's utilize the word burnout, or is feeling that sense of overwhelm because life is lifing and they're like, oh, I know that I need something like this, but I couldn't possibly take 5 hours for myself because of X, Y, and Z.
It's on a Sunday.
It's on a Sunday.
It's on a Sunday. And I know that doesn't mean that you all have spare time. However, I really want you to consider, if you want to come, who can look after the children?
Yeah.
Who can manage the house chores on that day? How can you make it work? Because a lot of people go, oh, I can't. The question that we always ask is, how can I?
How can I?
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to take yourself out of the game early when you are in that sense of overwhelm or that sense of, like, rumination around how shit things are.
Yeah.
And, like, in our world, we say you're at effect.
Yes.
Which is essentially that, like, you're at effect of your environment. You're in that reactive state. And
basically then you have a whole lot of reasons why things aren't happening.
Yeah, it's like, oh, but I can't because of this, and I can't because of that, and I can't because of this.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what would happen if you could?
And we want to get you to that place where instead of reasons, you're getting results. Real results that matter to you. Because a lot of the time people talk about success and some people go, I don't really care about that. Well, I had a successful day today, and what I did was I chopped down my gardenias to prune them. I'm a little bit late. I'm a couple of weeks late. I did it today. And I did that with my grandson while he dug out weeds.
Oh,
I pruned the gardenias. And that's my version of success today.
Mm-hmm.
Your version of success is whatever you want to make it.
Yeah, absolutely. My version of success today, I went and had a beautiful facial.
Oh, nice.
It was so gorgeous. And then I was able to contribute to the business. Like, that is success for me. Like, I am somebody that is driven and, like, has that fire. And if I'm not putting it somewhere, it's like I would absolutely go crazy. And
she's not putting it somewhere. Beware.
Because it'll be coming towards someone. That's actually so funny.
She breathes fire like a dragon.
Oh my God.
That's not really true. She's actually like a cute little Mushu dragon. And if you want to see her, you come to the pivot.
Literally, we do. Little Mushu is in there. Not me and me, because it is me. Anyway, that little sign. We were holding it so well, and then I'm like, there we go.
And people love that about us.
Literally.
They do love that about us.
It's actually funny. And I think that's like something as well. Like, if people aren't familiar with us and they're wanting to come along to the pivot,
yes,
like, I just really want people to know, like, if you're listening to this and you are familiar with us and maybe you're going, oh, I would love this person to come to the pivot with me and you send them this podcast episode, like if that's you that's listening to this right now and you're like, who the hell are these chicks? Just know that we have range and we can absolutely spin it. As in, we can hold that, like, we will hold you to a high standard, absolutely. Yeah. And we're also humans. We want to have fun. We want to play. We have loads of fun. It's one of our top values.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a really beautiful connected day where you're going to get tangible resources. You're going to learn what your next step is and you're going to have like that action plan of how to take that next step. And you're going to have a heap of fun. You're going to meet other women that are on a similar path that are wanting to become the best version of themselves.
Yeah. And equally, if there's some depth that you need to go to, we'll hold you in the depth in a beautiful, safe container.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's, it's a core thing that we do and we love it.
So if they want to come online, does that mean they get a recording?
No.
No.
You got to show up. You got to be committed.
and it's not just about commitment, it's about being part of the group.
Absolutely.
It's about being part of the cohort. So if you're online, when you're not getting a recording, if you want to join online, what's going to happen is you're going to come and you're going to be on a screen in the room so we can see you. We're going to be on your screen so you can see us. We can hear you. You can hear us. The cameras will zoom in on anyone in the audience that is speaking. They'll zoom in on you if you're speaking from Zoom.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
It is a fully accessible event in the room and on Zoom, and you get to choose which way you come.
Yeah. Something else I really want to speak into is I'm just like thinking about, okay, like when did I need this event and what was going on for me at that time? Because I want the woman listening to this to have an undeniable, fuck yes, I need to be in that room.
Yeah.
Or like, fuck yes, I know that that's the place for me. And I really want to speak into the fact of like this, like, oh, I just feel so lost. And something that has, like, and it's happened multiple times in my life. Like, again, freaking human. And we're on that evolution. It's there's so many identity transformations that need to happen for you to get to the next level. And something that I am totally aware has been a theme across my journey is this like internal dialogue of, oh, I just feel lost and I don't know what to do next. And for the woman that's feeling that, what I would say to her is, babe, maybe the version of you that got you to this place isn't the version that takes you further. And it's okay to ask for help. And it's okay to gain more tools and resources.
Yeah. And I wonder if they even know that there's multiple versions of them. Like when I look back, oh my goodness, there have been so many versions of Elizabeth Ann Walker.
Yeah.
You know, even the name was different. And,
yeah, of course.
You know, like before I got married, it was Elizabeth Ann Gordon. And so there's these iterations that are name-based. There's iterations that are where your kids are at in school-based. Yeah. There's iterations in your career. There's so many different versions of you. And we want you to be able to pivot and choose the version of you that's most going to support you to get the goals that you want in this season of life.
Yes, it's such a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah.
And with conviction. And
absolutely.
So that you can go, I know exactly what I want. I know exactly the direction I'm going and I know the next step.
Yeah.
Because it's going to remove all of that haze so that you actually have actionable clarity.
Yeah.
So that you can get to where you want to go.
Perfect. So, okay, so they've decided they're going to come. They've found the link, which is at the bottom in the show notes.
Yep.
And they're wondering, okay, well, I've watched one podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So you can jump onto our Instagrams. Those are also in the show notes.
Yeah.
And in terms of when we talk about the pivot, what if they just want to come along and listen to it all, but they're not sure that they want to pivot today on the day of the event?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Well, you will have a plan. And I think that's the core thing. Like it's not, like I mentioned earlier, for the woman that's sitting there going, maybe you're listening to this and you know that you need to make a big life change.
And you probably already know the direction too for some of you. You already know where you want to pivot to. You're just a bit scared to do it.
Yeah, like if I think back across my journey to utilize myself, it's like I was in a long-term relationship. I knew when that had to end.
Yeah.
Like I knew it and I was doing freaking everything I could to not do it essentially. Yeah. And go, there's got to be another way or there's got to be like, that can't possibly be the direction that I have to take, right? Yeah. And so I knew that I needed to pivot in that moment. Yeah. I knew that I needed that like safe space. I needed an action plan. I needed the intentionality and the accountability to actually do the thing.
Yeah.
And it needed to feel safe. And so that's also what you're going to get at the pivot. You're going to get the opportunity to ask two phenomenal coaches like questions about how it always applies to self. Like this isn't a classroom sit down and take some notes and fill out a couple of journal prompts.
No.
Like it is going to be constantly applied to self, which is what we do so phenomenally well.
Yes.
And I think that is the core thing. So if you're sitting there going, I know I need to pivot, and I'm scared that if I come to this, it's going to be that like Tony Robbins, like call your partner right now and break up with them. Like, no. Like if you want to, 100%, we're there and we will support you to do whatever you feel is necessary for you. And also, like you're a sovereign human being. Like you will get to choose.
And also like a beautiful, safe, connected plan with action steps is really the main goal, right?
Absolutely.
They come to the pivot, they have a plan, they've got action steps, and they move forward fearlessly towards what they want.
Yeah.
They move forward with confidence, with clarity, with direction, and at the same time, honouring self the whole way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
So we're excited to see you there. Jump on the link on the show notes below, and we'll see you in a few weeks.
See you at the pivot.